Georg Simmel's The Philosophy of Money, 1900, stands as a seminal work at the intersection of economic sociology and social philosophy, exploring the multifaceted social, psychological, and philosophical roles money plays in shaping modern life. Rather than treating money merely as an economic instrument, Simmel investigates how monetary exchange fundamentally transforms human relationships, values, and cultural dynamics. His philosophical inquiry is deeply rooted in several intellectual traditions. Drawing on Kantian epistemology, Simmel focuses on how subjective perception mediates our understanding of value and interpersonal relations through money. Influenced by Nietzschean individualism, he examines the tensions between personal freedom and societal conformity within the money-driven modern world. Employing Hegelian dialectics, Simmel reveals paradoxes inherent in money's dual power to liberate yet alienate individuals. While not subscribing fully to Marxist theory, he engages critically with Marx's ideas on commodification and alienation, framing money as a pervasive social force rather than just a tool for economic exchange. This foundational backdrop underpins Simmel's central observation that money is the purest example of a tool that paradoxically becomes an end in itself within modernity. Money as a social mediator and the abstraction of value. At the heart of Simmel's analysis lies the characterization of money as a universal social mediator, facilitating exchange by assigning abstract, quantifiable value to objects, labor, and services. This abstraction simplifies trade by replacing barter systems and enabling the development of complex economic networks. However, this process also objectifies human relationships, reducing what were once qualitative and personal interactions to impersonal, quantitative transactions. For instance, within labor markets, an employee's skills and time become standardized as salary, effectively quantifying human effort. Simmel captures this dynamic by noting that money stands at the intersection of the absolute and the relative, mediating between subjective desires and objective value. This abstraction also endows money with a flexibility that transcends particular goods or needs, making it a symbol of potentiality rather than intrinsic substance. Yet, this same abstraction breeds alienation, as detachment from tangible goods and meaningful relationships can provoke existential dissatisfaction. A wealthy individual, despite abundant financial resources, may feel an inner emptiness, underscoring money's failure to confer intrinsic meaning. Freedom and alienation, the paradox of money. Simmel's dialectical approach illuminates the paradoxical role money plays in fostering both individual freedom and alienation. On one hand, money liberates individuals from dependence on specific social ties or obligations, granting mobility and autonomy. For example, one can escape oppressive social structures by paying for independence, such as renting a private dwelling. On the other hand, the impersonal nature of monetary transactions often erodes the depth of human connection, reducing interactions in urban societies to mere economic exchanges. Tipping a waiter or paying for a ride exemplify this transactional ethos. Simmel poignantly observes, the liberation from external dependence achieved through money also leads to inner disconnection, capturing how monetary freedom comes at the cost of relational richness. Quantification of value and its cultural implications. A further critical insight from Simmel is the quantification of value through money, which transforms qualitative differences into measurable equivalences. This process enhances comparability, allowing goods, services, and experiences to be commensurated via monetary terms. However, it simultaneously diminishes the unique qualities of non-material values, such as the emotional depth of art or the sincerity of love, which become commodified or overshadowed by their commercial price. For example, the market value of a painting frequently supersedes its aesthetic or emotional significance. Simmel eloquently frames this phenomenon by asserting, money transforms the world into an arithmetical problem, making it calculable and measurable, emphasizing how economic rationality reshapes cultural appreciation and human experience. Money, individuality, and social dynamics. Money's impact on individuality is another crucial theme in Simmel's work. By disrupting traditional social bonds and hierarchies, money fosters a new form of individuality, one characterized by economic independence and self-expression. This freedom allows individuals to define themselves through personal consumption and the pursuit of wealth. Yet, Simmel cautions that this individuality often remains superficial, molded by consumer culture and conformity. The rise of branded goods and consumer identities exemplifies this duality, where self-expression is intertwined with, and sometimes constrained by, market forces. This ambivalence highlights the complex relationship between money, social behavior, and identity formation in modern societies. Ethical and cultural dimensions of money. Simmel also explores the cultural and ethical ramifications of money's ascendancy. Money commodifies domains of life traditionally considered outside market logic, such as education and healthcare, raising profound ethical questions. While money itself remains ethically neutral, its use can amplify both virtuous and immoral tendencies. Philanthropy demonstrates money's potential for social good, whereas exploitation exemplifies its darker consequences. As Simmel notes, the ethical neutrality of money reveals both the best and worst in human nature, reflecting the ambivalent moral terrain money inhabits. The tragedy of modern life under the money economy. Concluding his philosophical investigation, Simmel portrays the dominance of money in modernity as generating a tragic tension between subjective experience and objective societal structures. Individuals increasingly experience fragmentation and alienation, struggling to find coherence and meaning within impersonal monetary systems. Meanwhile, society itself becomes more rationalized and bureaucratic, reducing human interaction to mechanistic, economic calculations. Simmel poignantly captures this condition. The modern individual is a stranger to the unity of life, fragmented by the mechanical forces of the money economy, a statement that underscores the profound existential challenges money imposes on contemporary life. Relevance of Simmel's philosophy for contemporary life. Simmel's insights continue to resonate in today's world. His analysis of consumerism and cultural commodification illuminates how identities are constructed through material goods, providing a lens to understand modern consumer behavior. His reflections on alienation echo contemporary critiques of corporate labor and economic inequality. Ethically, Simmel's exploration of money's neutrality informs ongoing debates surrounding wealth distribution, philanthropy, and social justice. Moreover, the abstraction of money in digital forms, such as cryptocurrencies and online transactions, exemplifies and extends Simmel's observations about money's transformative and alienating power. Critiques and limitations of Simmel's work. Despite its enduring influence, Simmel's work has faced several critiques. Some scholars argue that his philosophical style, rich in metaphor, lacks empirical rigor and measurable analysis, as noted by sociologist Talcott Parsons. Others point to Simmel's insufficient attention to structural power relations within the money economy, with Marxist thinkers like Georg Lukács criticizing his neglect of capitalist exploitation and class dynamics. Additionally, critics highlight Simmel's focus on individual psychology at the expense of broader social forces, such as systemic oppression. Furthermore, his Eurocentric orientation limits the applicability of his theories to non-Western societies or alternative economic systems, underscoring the need to contextualize his work within a specific historical framework. Conclusion? In sum, Georg Simmel's The Philosophy of Money offers a profound and nuanced exploration of how money shapes human relations, culture, and individuality in modern society. Its blend of philosophical depth and sociological insight provides timeless reflections on the paradoxes and tensions embedded in monetary life. While criticized for abstraction and limited empirical scope, Simmel's work remains a cornerstone in economic sociology and social philosophy, offering invaluable tools for understanding the complexities of consumerism, economic inequality, and the evolving nature of money in the contemporary world. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to keep updated on our upcoming content.